We might something 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 yeah something 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 yeah something 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 yeah something 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 yeah is something 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 something. What? Oh my god, that's such a shame. What? Is it such a shame? Is it so insane? Coughing into my elbow. I'm starting this because I actually have something planned. So, I will hit him. Oh, it actually worked. And for some reason, I got 2 stream elements notifications. That's weird. Anyway, let me hit him with a. Let's do that. Let's hit him with a this and a that. And moving my headset so it doesn't get tangled up on my mic cable. And hit him with a cheeky little bam 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 da 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 da. I'm gonna run an ad. Da 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 da. I can't wait to find out that ended up super. Ooh, move the mic back over. There we go. I can't wait to find out that ended up being super garbled on the stream. Where'd my glove go? I've also been thinking recently, as you know, here it is. I've got the gamer glove that I use just because my desk is hard. And I like not busting up my wrist. It's pretty cool, if I do say so myself. I was just thinking that I could probably let's move over here. I was thinking that I could probably get some recenter this. I was thinking that I could probably just get like some sweatbands or something, and those would probably do the exact same thing.
최근 야해 출판사에 이 세계전이물이 너무 많아. 자기들이 속한 세계에 그렇게 불만이 많은
I was
건가?
just thinking to myself, you know, I probably could just get sweatbands, and those would probably do the exact same thing that I'm trying to accomplish. Hello, Cameron? Probably do the exact same thing that I'm trying to accomplish. Dunk. That I'm doing with the glove, but also then don't constrict my hands. Oh, well, that's no fun. Maintenance? Maintenance? Okay, I do have a plan if this doesn't work. Let's see. We got this one. Okay, yeah. What? That's not what that's. Okay, okay. Interesting. Okay, interesting. Okay. Interesting. Let me... Oh. No. No. This isn't... Genshin, there we go. There's my mic in OBS. Genshin maintenance continues to screw me over, with it never making sense in any way, shape, or form. Don't worry. I've got plans. I've got a whole host of things that I have. One, I got Luoka yesterday in Star Rail. So I'm like big chilling. Hello, Luigi. So I'm in like I've been chilling now because I got Japard and Luoka, and it's basically just Nihilde and chill. And that's been pretty poggers. Server maintenance starts in 1 hour and 49 minutes. Isn't that something? New cards. Oh, a new Yanfei card. That's gonna be cool. And some new events. Cool. Hold and select. New enemies. Okay. So one change to a consecrated fanged beast, and then commissions will auto track to the next one. That's nice. Optimizes sorting. Archon quest and world quest will now be listed on maps. Clicking navigate will open the map. That's a nice thing that they have in Star Rail that they're bringing over. And you can now quickly go back and check things. Eula today. Eula's not today. I've just found out that I've been lied to. Well, not. It's still today, but not within the constraints of this stream. I've been lied to by the game being weird once again and having all sorts of like compounding timers that don't line up with each other. So I'm stuck here. I specifically was like, I'm not gonna start at 2:30 because I don't want to sit here for an hour and a half waiting for the banners to change. But in about an hour and a half or an hour and 45 minutes, I'm gonna get kicked out of Genshin so server maintenance can happen. So at 6 o'clock, server maintenance is gonna begin. And you know what I'm gonna be doing? You know what I'm gonna be doing? I'm gonna be at a barbecue, not sitting here, not streaming. Time to play Hollow Knight instead. That is that is a possibility. It doesn't show me. I don't have anywhere to show this. Do I? Oh, I know. I guess they show up here, right? I got 50 fates, so we're kind of chilling. I've got 2 days left on my Welkin, and then we've got all the events in 3.8 for the first half. So I've got like what, a month. So Copium, we'll pull. I don't think I'm really close. I could beat up Starra. 50 is enough for one more con Copium. What's her C2 again? Her C2 is a quality of life change, which makes it so her hold cooldown, which is 10 seconds, is the same as her press cooldown, so it's 4 seconds. So instead of having a 10-second cooldown after holding, you just have a 4-second cooldown. This lets you keep 100% uptime on the res decrease. Well, it's still not 100%, but it lets you get a much higher uptime. You can just always hold then. Yeah. Basically, you can just always hold. And oops. The only downside is, I guess, stacks. I put Eula back on Serpent's Fawn because Noelle's running Red Horn. But it's just that was hold. Hold just takes longer to come out as opposed to tap. But yes, one thing it really shines in is in the standard out of burst combo. If you're DPSing on Eula on field and you're not inside of her burst, the ideal combo is 1-2 E, 1-2 dash, 1-2 dash, 1-2 E, 1-2 dash, 1-2 dash, 1-2 dash, 1-2 hold E, 1-2 dash, 1-2, and then you just have to dash for longer because of the hold E 10-second cooldown. But it just means that you can cycle through that faster now. So if you've ever seen me like fight something in Abyss or just a boss and I'm not using my burst and you see I do this and then like do this, that's why. It's one of the best combos for her just because her normal 2 are just insane. 177 and 184, and then normal 3 is 2 hits of 112, and then the 4 hits 222. And then the 5 hit, nobody uses the 5 hit. Never use the 5 hit. But yeah, I mean, it's basically like if you averaged out 2 180 modifiers, 2 Eula, 1 multi-copium. Theoretically, it's possible. Theoretically, I could do 110 full, get 6 Eulas, 5 Eulas, and then be golden. Yeah, so the big ones are 1 is a nice DPS or a nice damage increase because it's more physical damage. 2 is quality of life, better uptime, makes her nicer to play outside of her burst. Inside of her burst, the cooldown really doesn't matter at all because you hit E and then you Q, and that automatically puts you at, thanks to her A4. EQ automatically puts you at 2 stacks and resets your E. So then you can just EQ hold E or EQ normal 4 hold E, depending on which combo you want to use. But outside of her burst, C2 is nice. C3 is an extra 3 levels on her burst, which is nice because more stack scaling. C4 is marginally useful. 25% more damage against opponents with less than 50% HP. It's good for finishing, and I guess it's good if you can like auto, like if you're inside her burst and her burst combo really takes down, I guess it's useful. It's not really useful for one-shotting, because usually you won't get down to 50% health. It's kind of like, Kaya, doesn't he have one like that? Does he not? I thought he had something like that. I thought, is it not? I know he has a shield in his C4. I thought that he had a increase. This is gonna... I forgot. Diluc's useless A1. I don't know, I'm pretty sure another character has a thing like that besides Eula. I know Eula's not the only one that does more damage against less HP. C5, skill increase, who cares? I don't think it increases the Res Shred. So, I think Diluc has it. I'll check again. I just know that there's like a 1.0 character before Eula that had something similar. Oh. Diluc deals 50% more damage to opponents whose HP is above 50, so he's got like the reverse. He's like, doesn't Dan Heng also have something where, isn't his like E1, isn't that like he has increased crit rate if the enemy has above a certain amount of HP, and then Sela has, like either her or her weapon has an effect that does damage based, or has an effect based on the enemy being below 50%. Doesn't Sela's E1 give her like 15% crit rate or something if the enemy's below 50% HP? Isn't that how that works? Something like that. Yeah, I mean, C5 is okay. It's arguably the least useful out of all of them. Dan Heng gets 12% crit rate of over 50%. Not sure about Sela, don't have her. I think her E1 is crit rate if they're below. I think it's a similar thing. But it's okay. I don't think this increases at all, so all you're getting is more damage on the hold damage and then the Ice Whirl brand. But even then, you don't really care about any of that, because the real damage from her holdy, 1, comes from the Res Shred, 2, it comes from her A1. Liney C3 looking interesting. I have not looked at any of the new announced characters at all. I can burn time doing that. But yeah, really the big damage comes from her A1, which isn't affected at all by her C5. It just does 50% of this. So in my case, it would be 365? Something like that. We know how C3 and C5 are burster skill. Yeah. Does it have like something else attached to it? A bonus? And then obviously C6. Seems like they made an auto attack talent increase at C3 instead. Oh. Like Child's where is his passive. Ganyu and Yoimiya be like, what? Right? Right? Can you imagine Yoimiya, but she could have like a level 13? That'd be wild. That'd be crazy. Imagine Ito with that. Ito or Noelle with like a... Right? Okay, because let's think about this. Let's think about how, like... what does Breastplate really do, right? What does Breastplate really do? Imagine if Noelle had like an extra 3 levels on her autos instead. I was thinking Noelle with auto plus instead of shield. Right, because what does it really do? The damage increase would be wild. It would be. Because, I mean, yeah. maybe you lose some of this, but she's already got like insane percentages on it anyway. And it's not even like a huge part of her thing. I mean, I guess you've got this, and in a way, actually, it could be a buff because decreasing breastplates increase would make it more likely. It'd make triggering her C4 more consistent, I guess. Raiden already cracked enough though, I guess. Imagine Raiden passive was child ending boost, but alt. Level 14. Level 14 Raiden burst. That's scary. But no, it might hurt her a little bit, but one of her best teammates is Zhongli, so you got a shield there. Breastplate's really there for the healing uptime for fun, because it's comfy. And also, 400% of Noelle's attack. It's just a huge nuke when it drops. Especially if it like breaks during her burst. You're like, oh look, it's 135% def conversion. And then Eula's whole thing is, the big part here is you start with 5 stacks, so you immediately go from an average of 12 stacks, 13 if you're lucky, and then, or 14 or 15 if you have Mika and, I believe it's R3 Broken Pines, but definitely a level 70 Mika gives you 1 extra stack. He has to be talent level 6. The 18% attack speed bonus gives you 1 extra stack. Anything higher than that just lets your Eula auto faster, so you just squeeze in a couple more attacks for just damage outside of your burst. That's also why I have my Mika at 70, because I don't really use him for his healing, and he's only there for his attack speed. But the extra 5 immediately bring you from 12 on average to 17 on average, which adds another 750-ish about percent. So it basically doubles the base damage you start with, because you start with 725% at level 10. Well, then you have to factor in level 13 burst. But it's basically 5 free stacks. Well, it is 5 free stacks. And then every time you get a stack, you have a 50% chance to gain another one. Similar to, I don't think I can view it, but I'm going to try anyway. Similar to Ito's. Ito's has one where, well, one, he gets 70% crit damage, which, okay, that's cool, I guess. But he has a 50% chance to just not consume the stacks. So instead of gaining stacks, like Eula, he just has a 50% chance to not consume them. But it's the same idea. Same idea. And then you have, where is he? Zhao has something pretty similar as well. As long as you can keep whipping your mouse around, you can just keep spamming his E. As long as you can position him, as long as you can keep whipping your mouse around, you can just go zing 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 zing. So that's pretty cool. Strongbox. Adding Pale Flame to Strongbox is pretty cool. The other thing that's pretty cool is adding Husk, because I really don't need Kokomi artifacts anymore. I ended up with a really good set trying to get Noelle and Yunjin's set, so I ended up having a really good Kokomi set. It gives me everything I want, pretty much. It gives me a nice amount of EM, especially with sack frags. Gives me... Excuse me. That's not a hiccup, but I feel like it half counts. I have a nice amount of HP. I've got pretty much max healing bonus. Well, aside from like running 2-piece. I'm torn on doing Husk or Emblem. I would just do Noelle or Raiden. I would just keep farming Emblem and just strongbox everything into Husk. That's what I mean, that's what I've been doing. I've been farming Pale Flame, and then because I want Kutching to not have like dog water artifacts, I've just been feeding everything into Thundering Fury. So I just take all the bad stuff and it goes into Thundering Fury. I feel like it's going to be way easier because, well, then again, there are a lot of characters that I use that you don't use, but I'm still farming Gilded for Nahida. Oh. This onset, I assume that's gonna say onset. I can't see it. This EM or Dendro goblet won't drop. That's pain. I had a brief thought the other day that I thought to myself, you know what? Maybe oops, that's not what I want to have. I thought to myself, maybe I do want to have Kagura's Verity on my Nahida. And then I thought about the trouble it would take for me to change her artifacts to get her to have enough. And then I also thought about how she's on field, she really doesn't need 1000 EM. So I probably could just take the L. But then I would have to like change her circlet, and I'd have to get a new circlet for her because she'd lose so much EM. And then I was like, it's just not worth my time. She's got 1000 floating dreams. She's got 1000 EM. Look at what I sent. Let's see. Wow. Wow. And then did it roll awfully? Did you end up with everything going to death percent? It can be like my Kazuha. How do they all have no crit damage? They can be like, where is it? Here it is. This one's got crit rate and crit damage. But then everything, it even started with, 4 stats. I got like 20 onset Dendro Goblets. This one was an onset EM that had double crit and it already had 4 stats. And then every single one of them rolled into death percent. So I end up with a 25 death percent EM Goblet. Perfect for Albedo, kind of, not really. Speaking of Albedo, what about him, hey? Nah, poor Albedo. Anyway. 27 Dendro Goblets currently. You just gotta focus on... I don't know. We're bringing the Hyper Bloom team because... Or not the Hyper Bloom. The Nilo team. Because the Nilo team is absolutely crazy in this domain. It makes it so easy. I also claimed like 9 levels worth of rewards in Star Rail because I was like, oh right, I'm Trailblazer 58. I should go claim my 57 and 58 rewards from Pom Pom. And I went in there and it was like, you haven't claimed any rewards since like Trailblazer 51. And I was just like, oh. So I went through and I claimed a bunch of stuff and then I got a 4-star cone on the standard banner that I think had Luoka on it, but it didn't look that good. And then, ooh, another one of these. And then I had a bunch of nothing. I think I'm at 62 pity on the standard banner, so hopefully that turns into... hopefully that turns into a Yanqing, I would say. That's what I'm hoping for. Yeah. Because out of the standard banner characters, I've got Bailu, Bronya, and Japard. Due to like 50-50s and stuff like that. So... Oh, look at that. Nice standard characters to get? Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've gotten the best standard characters I could have gotten out of the standard banner. Japard can carry and shield. He has been. I've like finally gotten good gear on him, and he's doing really well. Bronya probably best support, especially offensively. But I see great things in my Star Rail career in the future. Playing the game casually has never been better. Seela and Bronya are both level 70. Bronya's got like 123 crit damage, and I'm just like, yeah, Bronya, your trace that gives you 100% crit rate on basic attacks, which are your only source of damage, is actually amazing. Bruh. And then, I just got Luoka, like, yesterday. So, he's level 40, ascending to 50, but I have no experience for him, so... I'm excited about that, because... I now can just... I feel like I can clear almost anything in the game. I got Pella, so I've been leveling up Pella as well. That's been really fun. Hello, Grodo. She's been doing very well. Very simple to build. And then I've just been, it's nihility. I log into simulated universe. How are the French doing? I don't know. It's a joke that works on multiple levels. It's a joke that really works on multiple levels. We don't really have... I feel like Kale would make something about... I feel like I've seen a picture of Kale with a beret and a baguette before. But I don't have it. Why do you have... Oh. Oh. I didn't see that. Cool. So she's friendship 10 now. Means we can take her out of this party. And... let's put in Kasaha. I do need that top 1% Noelle, though. I actually looked, the other day, I checked Enka. I don't think with these, I fiddled around with my stuff. I've got a top 6% Eula, because they're all based off of, like, Snow Tomb Star Silver and Wolf's Gravestone. And I've got a top 11% Noelle, somehow. And a top 11% Yai. Mainly because Yai has no ER. Her attack and her crit rate and her crit damage are great. Her artifacts are amazing. But it's everything else that's not so good. It was really surprised. I'm also really upset that there was no Yanfei leaderboard. I feel like aside from the fact that I'm using Lost Prayers right now, I feel like if I go back to my old thing before Lost Prayers, which was like the Woodsith one, still not amazing. But I feel like my Yanfei has really good artifacts. I don't even know what you're talking about. I feel like my Yanfei has pretty good artifacts. I mean, less good when you take away her weapons, right? So, no one's using this. Like, that's solidly okay, but I can't be bothered to try and get any more Wanderer's pieces. I have my Wanderer's pieces. They're all they're all pretty good. Like, sure, this could have gone into crit rate or crit damage, and I'm sure these rolls could have rolled higher. This could have been attack. Oh, that couldn't have been. But this could have been attack percent instead of flat attack. This could have been attack percent instead of flat attack. But I feel like Yanfei has some pretty good artifacts. Anyway. It's only been like 10 minutes. Oh, it's actually been 33 since the stream started. But that was since I started. So it's only actually been like 10 minutes. And maintenance is still not any closer. Now, what could I do? Could I do maybe some of these quests that I've had sitting for actual ages? Or maybe some of these new character quests or some of these new hangouts? I could do that. But I'm not. I'm not. I don't know why this is here. I'm deleting this. Oh, but I do know something. Probably come here. Get my teapot stuff. I don't really have any... I saw a thing talking about, like, wishing rituals to try and get the characters you want. Oh. Actually, I don't have a character to swap out. I think it's just these three, so this is fine. And... there were a couple different ones. Some people were talking about stuff, and I was like, bro, I don't even know where that is. I was like, bro, I don't even know where that is. They're like, I'm gonna go to the spot in your story quest where, like, this thing happened. And I was just like, I have no idea where that is. You know how long it's been since I've done her story quest? What did I find? I found a place that was in her story quest that I always forget about, like, where it is. I always forget where this place is. And I just can't remember where it is. It should be visible on the map. I just have no idea where it is, and I find it, and then I go, ah, yeah, this place, and then I completely forget about it.
이렇게
It's got to be
멋진
somewhere
경치를
near
봤으니
Springvale.
당연히 자유롭게 여행하고 싶지.
It's got to be somewhere near Springvale or Wolvendom. It's that place that you get like, it's that abandoned camp. It's the old abandoned camp, like the old Mondstadt, the abandoned Mondstadt ruins that you go to when you go see your uncle. I just don't remember where it is, and I don't think it shows up on the map. Like, there's no visual indicator. You know how like on the map you can see the ruins and stuff here. I don't think there's anything like that for that. I just remember sometimes I come across it and I go, this is the place, and then I forget where it is. Oh, I also remembered... That's Dragon Spawn. I also remembered what that thing I was talking about on... When I put out that tweet about that place I was gonna build in Minecraft, and then I forgot what it was. I'm pretty sure it was the house in Sun and Moon. Because I just started replaying Sun and Moon. Or, like, not started, but I, like, picked up the game again because I'd previously started a new playthrough and then I just, like, stopped playing. Is it over here? And I was like, that looks pretty cool. That'd be, like, a pretty cool build in Minecraft. And then I decided, you know what, maybe I'll do that. So I loaded up Minecraft to go see if I could load up the world, just to be like, oh, great, let's see how things are. And, none of my worlds were there, and I was like, right, they're on the other computer. And it's not this one, so none of them are there. So I hunted around and I put them on a USB, and it took a really long time, and it was really annoying. And then I tried to put them into the new game folder on this computer, and Windows was like, hey, yo, fam, that folder doesn't exist yet. And I was like, what do you mean it doesn't exist yet? And they're like, well, you haven't actually played Minecraft on this computer yet, so there's no file folder that you're looking for. And I was like, oh. So I launched Minecraft and I made a world, and they were like, hey, yo, just so you know, bro, you launched Minecraft, even though you launched plain old Minecraft, you actually launched it with the Curse Forge launcher off of Overwolf. And so, like, we didn't create that folder. And I was just like, okay, fine. So I then dug around in my files and found the actual Minecraft launcher, launched Minecraft. It had to re-download 1.2. And then I created a new world. And then I closed Minecraft, and I was like, now the file exists. And then I pasted all of the old files back into it. So we have all the old worlds now. Some of those worlds have been on a real journey, if I'm being completely honest. Some of those worlds, this is the third computer they've been on. But the important part is we have my stupid little, like, hobbit hole, like, Yorkshire, like, Shire farm thing, along with my weird, like, cabin in the woods, like, party mansion thing that I spent, like, 4 hours looking for a cactus for. I really thought that this was it, and I don't think it is. It just doesn't look right. It just doesn't look right. But where could it be? It's gonna be like somewhere over here too. That's gonna be the best part. It's gonna be like somewhere completely different. But I thought for sure it was over here. I thought for sure I got baited out. Go over here. I feel like it was over there because there's like actual civilization over there. All I know is it's a large, I don't care about Pallid. It's a large open area. It's a large flat open area. Actually, it might actually be over here by Wolvendom. It might be up there. It's a large open area that has a circular stone brick floor, and it has, I think, a light post, a lamp near one part of it. I don't think it's there. Because over here is where the Ruin Guard spawns for the commission. Could it be back this way?
출발할 때가
I just
됐어.
know it's in a big, like, flat area. And it's relatively high up. Like, it's elevated compared to the rest of Mondstadt. I guess this isn't it. This is where the Rift Wolves are. It could be this. But this is where the ley line is. So I don't think it's that. Because I know what that looks like. I don't think it's in Bright Ground either. Maybe it's over here. No, Wolvendom over here is a bunch of trees. That doesn't make sense. This is the Hilly Trail camp. I guess it could be over here in Springvale. It just seems kind of weird. When your Akasha says you're top 11% Raiden, SMH. Me or you? Are you getting done in by the fact that Akasha only looks at artifact stats and nothing else?
출발할 때가 됐어.
Ah, here it is. This is the place. Okay. I was like, I knew it's there on Springvale. This is the place where, you... And here's the little lamppost. And I guess there's some other ones here, but this is the old Mondstadt place that you can find Eula's uncle, like, camping at during her story quest. You come out here. Me, I think if I swap to crit rate circle, it'll jump me high to, like, super high, like top 1%. Oh. I kind of hiccuped there, and it didn't pick up on mic, I don't think. Nice. Are there ER requirements? Do you have like ER thresholds? Because I know for Noelle, she has different rankings depending on how much ER she has. So there's a ranking for 100 to 109. There's a ranking for 110 to 119, and then there's a ranking for 120 to 129. My Noelle is. That's the biggest reason why I kind of want to farm new artifacts for Noelle. She has one ER roll on this godly goblet that really only has one dead stat, and that's the elemental mastery. The rest of them not so amazing. But the goblet's pretty cool. The only thing I could have asked for was maybe rolling more into crit rate instead of def, or more into ER instead of def. Instead of that one def roll, if I'd gotten an ER roll, that'd be nice. That'd be enough to put me in the 110 bracket. Or, you know, if like this didn't have a bunch of dead stats, that'd be cool too. Although I do have this, but crit rate's just so much more important for my Noelle. Yeah, and this one just has a lot of crit damage on it. I realized this after I did it too. I already did all of my comms in Genshin. I did that before I started the stream. I banked my resin, and then I was like, I'm gonna go do comms. Because I fully expected that the banner would be up, but it's not. We got another hour and 15 minutes before server goes into maintenance, and then the new banners will be up after that. Whenever maintenance ends. I have no idea how long maintenance is gonna take. I know. Time to turn Cope City into City of Tears. No, I'm just coping. I'm coping that time isn't like it is. I've been thinking too about wanting to level this up, but I kind of want to keep it just for the aesthetic. I like how it looks. I think Skyward Blade is a weapon that looks really ugly when you ascend it. I think it's one of the many weapons in this game that look worse when you ascend it. It looks, I don't know, it just doesn't look good. I like how this one looks way better because it looks so much more solid and like defined. This is like everything all the gold turns like silvery, and then everything just glows the same blue color. It loses all of the personality. It loses all the accents. Look at it. It's so... This one looks so much cooler. You got the lighter outer layer, the darker inner layer. You got the accents here. You've actually got like a nice color scheme that contrasts well. This one's all just like swing. This one, I don't know. It's just it's too much. It's too simple. The other thing I dislike looking at other characters too is sometimes I just dislike how they hold their weapons. I think the back, like the reverse grip, looks really weird on some of the weapons. So I like when they hold their weapons, especially the swords like this. Cinnabar Spindle. Cinnabar is a pretty cool weapon. Rip all the Albedo people that don't have it. But I guess he hasn't had a rerun since... Wait, has he? Has Albedo been rerun? Has he been rerun since... What was that, like 2.8? Shadows Amid Snowstorms? Has he been rerun since that? I know he was in the... He has. Wasn't he in that one a little bit ago? Because there was the version program that had it had Alejandro Saab and Koi Dao in it, right? It had Sino and Albedo. So there was that, and everybody was like, oh, maybe. And then that's when they announced Shenhe and Ayaka. Let me look this up. Albedo last rerun. Oh, he reran with Nilo. He reran with Nilo back in October. In the middle of October. Oh, no. Nilo... Wait. On Nilo's first banner, she ran with Albedo? Okay, yeah. I think that's what that says. He ran along with side Nilo, I think. And then previously he was in 2.3. Oh, it was 2.3. Okay. 2.3 for Shadows Amid Snowstorms. Alongside Noelle, Rosaria, and Bennett. And Eula. Yeah. Cinnabar is also level 40 because I never leveled it up during the event. I kept saying, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. And then the event ended. And I was like, oh. I also didn't have Albedo, so I was like, I'll get it to change color, and then that's it. It'll just sit there, because I don't have anybody to use this for. Supposedly there's supposed to be a new Battle Pass weapon or something. I can't open it, because... But supposedly they're adding a new Battle Pass weapon. And it looks really wild. It looks really wild. Supposedly there's a new Battle Pass spear. And... Excuse me. It's a base attack 510 weapon, just like Serpent Spine and Rune Slasher and stuff. That gives you the same crit rate as Serpent Spine at level 90. But its effect is that it gives you, when there are 3 or more characters in a party of a different different elements, it gives you 120 EM at R1. So I assume it would give you sent you stuff, so I assume it would give you 240. Are these the new ones? Let me open this in browser so I can zoom in. Oh, it's like super aliased. Yeah. I can't read half of these because it's such a small image and it's not letting me zoom in. Base attack 565 with an 18 crit. Okay, that's interesting. They're all crit weapons. Sign of the Blazing Sun. Charge attack its opponent. Steel Fire Arrow. Descend and deal 60% of attack as damage. It'll increase charge attack damage taken by the opponent by 28%, it looks like, or 20%. And if we triggered every 12 seconds, that's the bow. The sword is a 510 base attack, same crit rate as Serpent Spine, so 27.6. Increases skill damage and burst damage by 16% when the skill hits an opponent. Crit rate will be increased by 2%, it looks like. When the burst hits opponent, its crit rate will increase by 2%. Both of these effects last for 10 seconds separately and have a max of 4 stacks and can be triggered once every 4 seconds. Okay, so increased burst and skill damage by 16%, and you can get a maximum of 8% crit rate for skill and burst. That seems like it could be good for Kutching. She ascends with crit damage too. And she doesn't care too much about base attack, what with the way Quicken and Aggravate work. That could also be good with Kaya, although the low base attack is kind of concerning, especially considering in a freeze team. But in a melt team, reverse melt with Rosaria, that could be pretty good, especially when you'd have Pyro Resonance and Bennett, if you wanted to run Xiangling, Bennett, Kaya, Rosaria in the reverse melt team. I feel like that could also be pretty good for Geo Traveler. Once again, the low base attack kind of hurts, but Geo Traveler, skill and burst do a lot of damage. Could be good for Alhaitham too, although doesn't he ascend with crit rate? So I feel like that's a little redundant on him. Talking Stick, same base attack and crit rate as the bow, so 565 and 18.4. Attack will be increased for 16% for 10 seconds after being affected by Pyro. Interesting. That can be triggered once every 12 seconds. Unfillable damage bonus will be increased by 12% for 10 seconds, 13, 14, 16, something. An amount of time, 10 seconds it looks like, after being affected by Hydro, Cryo, or Electro. Okay, interesting. That's an interesting one. Belt of Fjords, which was I was talking about earlier. 3 different types of elemental. 3 parties, or 3 characters with different elemental types. EM increases by 120. And bonus crit rate. Seems like it'd be really good for Sino. While not on field for more than 6 seconds, max HP will be increased by 20% and EM will be increased by 80. These effects will be cancelled after the wielder has been on field for 6 seconds. That seems like it would be good for Baiju. What off-field DPS catalysts do we have that scale on HP? Oh, you sent me a high. It's too late. I've already looked at the low quality one. But thank you for sending me a bigger image. I just looked back and I saw it. Oh, you know what? Actually, no. I don't know why. That might just be a whatever. I think that's pretty crazy. But I feel like I can't really think of a catalyst. I mean, obviously they'll probably release new characters that they work pretty well on, but I can't think of an existing catalyst user that would really want that. We don't have a lot of like HP scaling DPS things that need crit rate. Like obviously, it's a nice. I think that's the highest crit rate catalyst. I think 36. That's the highest crit rate catalyst we have. Let me look at it again. That doesn't look right. That doesn't look right. Oh, it is. It is 36, but with the lowest, no, not lowest base attack, but one of the lowest base attacks that we've seen on a weapon so far. That is the highest crit rate that we've ever seen for a catalyst, which could help Kokomi a little bit. It's 3% more than Lost Prayers, and she doesn't scale on attack. I just don't think that's going to be that useful on too many people. Also, her DPS window is longer than 6 seconds, so I think that's currently only really useful on Baiju, really, and maybe Yai, but Yai's got some good other options. 180 EM plus 36 crit rate. Yeah, I feel like that's good on Baiju, not knowing really how well he works. You scale on EM, or you scale on HP, right? Yeah. And he's like meant to be used in Bloom Team. So I feel like that could be good for him since he's not really on field a lot, since he's like a shielder, healer, catalyst. Heizo's on field, Wanderer's on field. Nahida doesn't really want the HP increase. I mean, I guess it could be useful for her. The crit rate. I don't know. I guess that could be useful in a way. Klee's on field for way too long. Yanfei's on field for too long. Why are you building DPS Mona? Sucrose, maybe. Maybe, I guess, it could work on her. Ningguang, she has long field time. Barbara, I mean, you got a lot of dead stats. Like, if you're using her off field, then she's like healer. So, like, the crit rate really doesn't do a whole lot, and the EM doesn't do anything either, but you have her on field, she can only be on for 5 seconds, or like 5.5 seconds. Lisa, same difference. I mean, unless you're using her to, like, quick swap Holdy, it really only works on Kokomi if you want crit Komi. And on crit Komi, I feel like it could be good for that 3% crit rate, but you're kind of wasting all the other... You're pretty much wasting the entire passive. Yai too, I guess. Yeah, Yai could work as well. The only thing against Yai is Kokomi gets the HP and EM for Vapes, Copium. Yai already has Widsith as a weapon, as like a gacha weapon, which she can pretty much use all of in some capacity. EM's the only one that might be kind of iffy. And also already has Hakushin Ring. So... And she also has that new Fruit of Fulfillment, which is okay, but I think still worse than Hakushin Ring. So... And I guess Oathsworn, in a way, if you have it. I don't know why I leveled this up. I know I leveled it up because I thought... Well, actually, the reason why I leveled it up at the time is because it might be Pogon Yai, actually, but with Sith Howard competition. I leveled it up because there was a time before the catch existed, right? You might swap Emblem Yai to Skill Yai with new artifacts. Interesting. I mean, I don't use Emblem on my Yai anyway. Since my Yai has Kagura's Verity, it's more worth it for me to run 2-piece attack, 2-piece attack. Or like 2-piece EM, 2-piece attack. But, because she has no ER. She has no ER. But, no confirmed, but rumors is elemental skill damage set, Copium. That'd be pretty good. That'd be pretty good. Really good for Yai. 60% elemental skill damage? That's crazy. Oh, there it is. Genshin Impact servers. Is that the hour? For down maintenance in about 1 hour and 0 minutes. Yep, there it is. I've been rereading Return to Player. I decided to reread it all the way from the start again because I really like it. And I had not realized how rough the art was at the start. It's not bad, but it's definitely not bad. There's definitely been worse art, but it's not like amazing. I'm waiting to pinpoint the moment where the artist kind of hits their stride. Because it still looks like the art now. It just looks a little awkward in some spots. And I think I'm starting to see them hit it. And I'm waiting to find that pinpoint moment where I go, aha, there it is. Because the art now is like really good. And it has been for realistically from like chapter 90 onwards. So I'll probably notice it, I feel like, in about 15 chapters, 25 chapters, once I hit like chapter 30 or 40, because I'm only on chapter 15 right now. And I'm ready. I'm ready. It's not like Devious Daughter of the Duchy. The art has just, something, I don't know, the art in that is I don't know what's happening. Supposedly, the artist has confirmed that it's been the same artist the entire time, but it looks so different, and it's looked so bad for so many weeks now. Like, the art has just looked horrid. Well, not horrid, but his looked nothing like what it used to look like. But then even now, we've got some chapters where sometimes the art kind of looks like how it used to, and then sometimes it looks completely different. There have been characters that look completely different even within the same chapter, and hair that looks different from scene to scene, which I think is crazy. My favorite part is watching Jewel have bangs, and then watching her bangs disappear, and then watching her bangs come back again in the next scene that she's in. It's crazy. It's wild. Coping with that weapon and crit circlet goes to negative 25. Wait, really? Wait, that doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. It's not that I don't believe you, that just doesn't sound right. Oh, wow. You're right. I didn't think the math worked out for that. 100% decrease in crit rate. So she gets 30... Wait, how does that... Wait. Oh, right, because you start with 31.1, and then you add 36, so that brings you up to 67. And then you add the 5 that you start with. Right. Oh, also... Wait, also, remove. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. 4 artifacts have to have crit to fix it positive. See, now that would be the day. This will be the day we're waiting for. This will be the day we'll open up the door. Yeah, because I think... Actually, I don't even remember if this... Oh, no, it's because I have a garbage hydro goblet. That's why. I was going to say, I don't think even this reaches it, but that's because I have a garbage hydro goblet. If I had a good one... I don't think I have any hydro thing with crit. I don't think I have a single crit goblet. I have a 4-star one. Yeah. Okay, that's nice. Okay. Let's just take this attack one for fun. Crit food makes it go negative 5.2 with 4 artifacts missing. Here she is. Here she is. I think I did something where... she wasn't even on a full... So the other context here is I think I did something. I'm also going to grab all of her artifacts real quick so I don't ruin Yanfei. Now that Yanfei's got some real... She's got some real artifacts. I did something where I took all of my crit rate pieces. C4, Mono, Rosario, Hutafer, crit rate, Copium. She's everything on her scales in the HP, right? Oh no. She still scales an attack. Oh no. Yeah, she still scales an attack. Okay. I had not realized that on Kokomi. She still scales on attack. What a world we live in. She's like Noelle in a way. Oh, I forgot that I forgot that this isn't my highest crit rate goblet anymore. I forgot that I have these now. Right. I forgot that these exist. Oh, also this thing is just wild. Also, it scales in HP, which is kind of like not cool, but there we go. I remember that I did this before, where I just took all of my highest crit rate things, no set bonus or anything, and I just wanted to see what Kokomi would do, and she actually did a decent amount of damage. And I was like, that's really cool. That's wild. I can't wait to have like a really good crit set on like Wanderers or something. Excuse me. And watch her actually like sweep house. In the meantime, though, I'm very happy with my Kokomi stats. I'm very happy that really all I had to do was give her sac frags, and she's got the ideal amount of EM in a Nilo team, or Bloom. All I had to do was give her sac frags. It's so convenient. And if I switch her back to Proto Amber for fun, she's got 43k HP. And she's got a ton of ER. And a ton of healing bonus. I don't think there's a Kokomi. That was such a long... Also, I didn't react to it. I just reacted to it because I just heard it on the stream. That was such a long delay. Is there an Akasha for Kokomi? Is that a thing? Can I look for Kokomi? Leaderboards. Character. Where's Kokomi? Kokomi. 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 Oh, she's under Sengonomiya. There's no leaderboard for Kokomi? What is... that's boring. I also don't like that they have all the characters listed, but some of them don't have leaderboards because they're not compiled. That annoys me a lot. I sent you more copium? Okay. There's also no one for Amber, which I find really weird. And there's nothing for Ningguang. It's really bizarre, like, what they have leaderboards for and what they don't. What did you send me? Oh, that's a lot of notifications. 2-piece normal attack, charge attack damage increased by 15%. 4-piece crit rate increases by 11 when HP change occurs for 5-second duration. Can stack 3 times. Just changes. Interesting. 5 seconds. Normal attack, charge attack. When HP change occurs. That could be... Now imagine that with Kokomi Burst. Yeah. Yeah. And then... You just have to... I guess Kokomi just heals so fast. I guess you could be actively taking damage. It would have its uses, though. You healing and taking damage by enemies, causing free 30% crit rate, giving her burst mode the auto buff. That would be good. But if you're at low health, it'd do really well in Abyss. Because, like, sometimes I'm fighting those consecrated beasts with Kokomi, and I'm autoing and Kokomi's burst, and I'm still not getting up to full HP. Because it's pain. The other thing I love about this team is that I don't need to use any of my bursts. I don't need to use a single one of my bursts for any of this. Also, I run up here. Nilo E. Nahida E. Kokomi E. Kale E. And then Kokomi autos. And it's done. It's great. It also gives me an inflated sense of how good this team is. I have my Elgato. I could... Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. I could plug in the Elgato. I've currently got, I think I have Smash plugged into my... like, slotted in my Switch right now. So... I fought, I was doing spirit things where you fight the spirits, but you fight them without any spirits, and it's just pain. It's the easiest way to get max score. Bro. Wow. That's sad. That's sad. Actually, I'm not gonna use any of these. What will it be? Okay. That's not that good. That's not that good. That's not that good, actually. I get all these really, like, weird to nasty pieces, and I just go, huh. Bruh. This could be a godly tenacity cookie piece. It could be. Not saying it will be, but it could be. It could be. Oh, also, I just realized you can do this now. I don't know how long you've been able to do that, but you can do this. You can just drag. Also, I don't like that you can't skip out of the animations in Star Rail. It's one of the things I dislike about Star Rail. Without Catalyst, it only works off-field. Kurikomi Dreams Shattered. No, it'll work as long as she's off-field and then isn't on-field for more than 6 seconds. So you have a very brief window for her to be... cool. Well, you have the artifact set though, Copium. You might have the 33 Catalyst anyway. Yeah. That we had a 5 times enhancement right at the end. Okay. Now, whose flower is this replacing it? What on Nahida can I... Oh! Oh, well that's less exciting than I thought it would be. Here's her ER, crit rate, 86 EM. This is crit rate, ER, HP. So this has 3 more EM on it. I guess you can swap in for 5 seconds, swap out, yeah. You just lose her burst, so... Kokomi's burst lasts for a long time, too. Lasts for 10 seconds. Because you can just keep bursting and skilling. Well, if I wanted to put Kooky into Nasty, I guess I have a new thing for her. I wanted to subject myself to that kind of pain. Okay, going for the crit was not the play. The crit is not that important. She does not have enough crit to effectively use Favonius, so I'm not going to give it to her. But no, she's got an okay amount of EM. Still not as good as Gilded. But she does buff attack. She does buff attack. It's still not that good, but she does buff attack. What was she even using? I don't even remember what she was using as her... What even was her thing here? It's whatever Hazo has. Where's Hazo? Whatever he has... Oh, this. Why did she have this? Wait, why was she using this? Wait, wait, well, hold on. Why was she using this? Hold on a second. Because it had ER on it? This has ER too. Why wasn't she using this? 933. 905. Okay, this must have gotten swapped at some point, and I just never realized it. It's pretty funny. Yeah, and that is the highest one. What is Nahida using? Where is she? Nahida, where are you? Oh, it just has no... It has no EM at all. It's all ER. Dang. I guess it's because I hit that cap and I decided having the 11 ER was more important than having the EM. Because I was already overcapping. These rolled so similarly. This one just rolled more ER and less EM. Oh, this is the one that's in the Dia domain. Down here. Yeah. There aren't even any events. We're just waiting for the end. Oh, they've even taken away the trial runs. It's now just TCG. Just TCG. Nothing else. Oh. In approximately 40 minutes. It doesn't say 40 minutes and 0 seconds anymore. I don't know if the last one did, but it said 1 hour and 0 minutes. I guess I could go and try and get some more teeth. I could try and get some more teeth. I've got 8 vitalized dragon teeth. Should I revitalize some more teeth? These are only used in one thing, right? Isn't there only one thing that uses these? Sure what? Yeah, let's use this team. Let's use this team. It's the day of Eula. Well, not quite yet, but it will be the day of Eula. It's the day of Eula. It would have been cool if Eula had something related to the whole she's not affected by sheer cold. It would have been cool if she had something like related to that, since that's like a thing that she has. It's so creepy. Okay. Now, I don't even know where all the teeth are, if I'm being completely honest. No, there's one over here. You can also tell since I had 6, I haven't I haven't really collected all of them every time. I just know that there's one over here. Also, this is probably an awful team to use to try and get it, because I think it's 3... Is it 3 cryo mages? I know it's 3 abyss mages. Oh, you can just run away. Cool. That's one down. I have no idea where the other ones are. So usually I just grab that one and then I run away. I'm still upset I don't have a Crimson Agate. I was too excited to get that name card that I didn't keep a Crimson Agate for myself. You have? You do. I kind of want Xiao just for the aesthetic. I'm not gonna, but the thing is, I know I'm not gonna use him. So I don't really want him. Because I know I'm never gonna use him. But I kind of want him for the aesthetic. Isn't this the only thing? Yeah. Oh, it uses 8. Wow. That's a lot more than I thought it was. It's all the way... Wait, where's my... Oh, it's just down here because I don't have a billet for it. I was gonna say, what happened to my Sumeru bows? Yeah, that's the only one, right? The other ones just use Star Silver. Yeah. That's the only one that uses the teeth. I'm still upset that we don't have more Dragon Spine weapons. I want more Dragon Spine weapons. I think they look cool. We've got a full set of the other regions. But... Well, in a way. Hakushin Ring is from a quest. And Tamayumi's also is from a random daily. I can't remember if... Isn't, Katsura Gikuri Nagamasa, isn't that also from a quest? This is from a quest. This is from a random thing. This is from Cleansing Defilement. And then... I don't remember if the sword and the spear are from quests. I don't know if those ones are. You can make another one of these? Why would they even let you make another one? It doesn't do anything. Why would they let you make more than one? They'd let you make another one of these if you had them? That'd be wild. No, I wish we got more Snow Tombed. Like, I wish we got more Dragon Spine weapons. A Dragon Spine bow would have been pretty cool. Dragon Spine... we have a Dragon Spine spear. It's actually called Dragon Spine Spear. Dragon Spine sword could have been pretty cool, too. I like that we're getting, like, some more useful things as well. Although all the claymores still kind of suck. But we're slowly getting more useful. Like, Prototype Amber is pretty good healing option. Map of Mirror is pretty good for Elemental Catalyst. It's pretty good on Yanfei. Hakushin Ring is okay, I guess. Might be more useful now. Frost Bearer is kind of a meme, but it looks cool. Root of Fulfillment's also kind of a meme. Katane is kind of useful for like a very small amount of characters. Sukokumon, which nobody really even talks about anymore. Crescent Pike's the classic. Star Glitter's the classic. I have a support character and I don't have a spear for them. I don't have a Fab Lance. Just give them Star Glitter for the ER. Dragon Spine, also kind of a meme. Iron Sting is the old reliable EM sword. Compound Bow. I don't think anyone really uses that anymore. I know, it's just kind of sad knowing that they aren't that good. And in a way, it kind of devalues the billets. I'm not nearly as excited. Like, I'm excited because I go, oh, a billet, that's cool. In the future, I might need this. But then the future weapons aren't that great, and I just go, oh. Like, I have crafted one Sumeru weapon, and that was Sapwood Blade for Bennett. That was it. Aside from that, Hamayumi, and then White Blind, and a lot of prototype Archaics, and a lot of prototype Ambers. That's pretty much it. At one point, I thought about making one of every weapon. Like, one of every craftable weapon. As you can see, I have one of each of the claymores, except for the Sumeru one. But at one point, I thought about making all the spears. And they got decently... I did most of them. I haven't done, Moonpiercer, but... Because I don't have billets for it, but... It was like, I should make all the spears. Crescent Pike looks cool, in a way. It's just the way that Raiden holds it makes it less cool. I like the gears in it. I think I made all of the weapons. This because people were like, it's good on Kaching way back when, and I don't know why I have it refined. I guess it was just because I wasn't using it, so I was like, I'll just refine it. I'm not going to level up other copies. Sapwood, because it's Sapwood. Rancor, because you get one from the story quest, and then I made another one because I was using Traveler. Because it was when I was like, I'm going to level up auto attacks and do damage with auto attacks. Eminoma is really good. It's great on Jean. She gets her burst back really quickly. Excuse me. So we have all of them right here. And then there's no one for Dragon's Spine, which makes me sad. As for bows, I never bothered making a prototype crescent or compound bow. I'm never going to use them, so I was like, I'm not going to bother. I was like, I have my Hamayumi. I'm a firm believer in Hamayumi over prototype crescent. I believe in Hamayumi supremacy. And that's mainly because it's just an unconditional 24% charge attack bonus. No strings attached. You have it equipped, you do 24% more damage. You got 100 energy, or 100% energy, you do 48% damage. If you don't, you still just do 24% damage no matter what. You don't have to worry about weak points. You don't have to worry about hitting some spot in an enemy that may or may not have one, or might be really hard to hit. You just aim and shoot. Nice and simple. There's that. Yeah, and compound bow, I mean, why? Why? If I want to use physical official, I'll use the tons of Mitternox waltz that I ended up getting on that banner. Or just use Rust. Also a valid option. And as for catalysts, there's just nothing happening. I'm kind of bored. Maybe that's a sign. It's probably not a great sign when the streamer streaming is bored. Prototype Amber, Hakushin Ring, Frostbearer. I do have a map of Mare I made just for fun. And I don't have a fruit. I've not made fruit of fulfillment because I have no use for it, so. What should we do? The Abyss hasn't changed again. Is this like the new thing they're doing? This is the third time in a row, right? The Abyss has been the same now for 3 resets, hasn't it? Or has it only been 2? The Abyss just, like, keeps staying the same. And I've never seen anything more boring. Like, I looked at floor 12, and I looked at it, and I was just like, it's the exact same thing. It has not changed. It's still the same Abyss. And I'm still gonna use the same... No, this is the third time. Because I remember, that first time it was really annoying, because everyone was malding about it, and then I did it again when it reset, and it was record time, I did it in 15 minutes. And then, this is the third time. It changes next Abyss, they're changing it, they're doing 3 per, it used to be 2 per, right? Or am I crazy? Because it used to go waxing, waning, and then change. Waxing, waning, and then change. It's always 3? Is it always 3? Is it really always 3? That's crazy. I thought it was 2. I don't remember it being the same for so long. I thought they always switched. What new notifications do I have now? Oh. Just the rest of your things you sent me that I hadn't figured out according to Discord. It's not even a fun Abyss. It's not even a fun Abyss, because we're back to, like, element check Abyss, which isn't exciting or fun. And it's just not exciting. I am excited about that new Battle Pass spear for Xiangling, though. That new Battle Pass spear in Xiangling gonna be spicy. What horrid team could I come up for this half? What horrid team could I come up for the second half? What nightmare of a team could I come up with? Flood Flame and Frost. So Cryo, Pyro. Okay. This is just the team I used last time, but Sans... Yeah, no. Here we go. This isn't like an absolutely horrid team at all. Oh, I'll take 20% more ER, thank you. This is gonna go so poorly. Oh, Yolan's gonna have tons of energy. He's gonna have so much energy. This team's gonna be loaded with Yolan and Favonius. I mean, yeah, with Yolan and Favonius. This is gonna be such a scuffed team. It's the second half that's gonna be a nightmare. I think Yanfei is still on like her without her EM sands too. I think she's still stacking ER. So we've got Raiden on the team, Bennett on the team, and Favonius Yalan. And I think Xiangling has 220 ER. Anyway.
야, 부탁할게. 콜, 가자. 걱정 마. 유이파. 우! 야! 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 물러서.
Okay, and then we run over here.
가라. 나 춤추자. 따라봐.
Okay. Oh yeah, I have like a minute left.
화염을 삼키는 발.
And no consistent pyro application for Yantai. And also the game is not inputting my button presses, which is really bizarre. All the times you see me standing here doing nothing, it's because I'm pressing buttons and the game isn't inputting that I've pressed them for some reason. Which I found to be a big problem with Genshin recently. And that's me pressing a button and Genshin not registering that I've pressed the button, and they just say, but did you really do that? And I say, I'm pretty sure I did. And they say, but are you really sure you did? Like, how do you know? Just because you hit Alt and a number key that's supposed to quick swap into that burst doesn't mean that it's actually gonna happen. And I go, game, this isn't what I need. Abyss resets every 15 days, right? Something like that.
걱정 마. 야!
I'm not gonna do this in a timely manner, but I do actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna back out after I do this first. I think I'm gonna do this, and then I think I'm gonna back out because
아프다고 울지마. 어떤 수가 나오려나? 말이 안 통하면 해봐라. 그런
because I really don't want to fight Thundering Manifestation with the Entei.
이깟 상처 따위. 회수, 마무리, 작업. 음지야, 진짜 아파. 사고의 창수를 감상. 지금 정렬의 시간.
Usually lasts 3 times recently. That's weird. That's weird. I don't like that. I don't like that we get triple. They're just like, yeah, we're just not gonna change it.
좀 쉬어.
It really does it too, though? Oh, interesting. I thought it always went 2. It used to do 2 more often, I think. Yeah, I feel like it used to do 2, and then they switched to having 3, and now I hate it. Because it's boring. The most boring thing... I guess it makes it easier. Technically, I guess by having the... I remember it being 3 recently. Yeah, I think the one before that was 3 as well. Hold on. I'm gonna still be here. I'm just gonna like... Oh, I froze at a poor time. I'm still here. It just my tracking has decided to not. I froze in an inopportune moment with my eyes shut. Theoretically, it makes it a bit easier, right? Because you have more time to build characters. Although I feel like they could just not make Abyss as annoying as it is. The health pool is wild. It's also interesting because they didn't really follow the whole one side is easier than the other that they kind of go for. I guess they kind of did it here, where they usually have like a front-loaded chamber and then an easy chamber. But they kind of usually make it so, like, first half is easy and second half is all hard, or second half is easy and first half is really hard. And then what they did was they made first half and second half hard, and then they made Chamber 2 easy, and then they made first half hard and second half easy. And is it going? 3.8 Abyss want to make you 3.7 Abyss back? Is that the one with 8 consecrated beasts? Hello? 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 BTS? Camera? Okay. Okay. I've got a solution for this. It's called turn it on and off again. There we go. Okay. Yeah. First half, When It and Ruin Servant. Oh, that's not. I can. They're gonna like make the HP pool super annoying, right? Too, right? They're gonna bloat the HP a ton, right? I'm trolling. Don't worry. Honestly, I'd welcome that. Honestly, if it was first half When It, second half Ruin Serpent, I'd probably do something like. I'd probably do something like this. And like this. I would just go back to what I used to do with Abyss, which was you take one team to do you take one team to do Chamber 1, clear it and 3-star it. Then you take the full 9 minutes they give you or whatever to do Chamber 1 and do Chamber 2. It might actually be bad. Oh no. No, I feel like When It Serpent plays to my strengths of my only two like good teams are Eula Hypercarry and like Rational. So those are like my two big ones. So I feel like When It Ruin Serpent plays to my strengths. It might have Slowing Water. I hate Slowing Water. Slowing Water is a death sentence for like every character in this game. Oh, actually, you're talking about the 3.8 one, right? You know why I think it might have Slowing Water? You know why I think it might have Slowing Water? Let's just to show you what I'm talking about. Let's go to the domain that has Slowing Water. Let's go to the domain that has Slowing Water. And I'm gonna bring the two characters and one support for each one of them that are on the banner. So we're gonna take you, and we're gonna take you, and let's bring you. And let's do this for fun. I think this is why we're gonna have Slowing Waters in the Abyss. Although they can't, I guess they could, it's gonna have to be a thing on the floor. It's gonna have to be a thing on the floor because they don't do ley lines on floor 12. Slowing Waters, number 1. Look at this character that doesn't need skills to do damage. Or has cool, like, sure, she has reverse, but look at this character whose primary damage is her auto attack and is not dependent on any type of skill. Sure, Superconduct is nice, but here's a character that And here's another character that just applies a ton of pyro and really doesn't rely on other people because all of her best teams, and I'm talking about Klee here, but I'm using Yanfei because I don't have Klee. Here's a character whose best team is mono pyro because her pyro application is just so insane that it's near impossible to apply enough hydro to help her. You might be onto something. I really hope it's not like we don't get back something like the rumbles on the floor. SNSU 12-3. What is this? Wave 1. 1 Aramite, field slowing water, Aramite lightning matrix, mist bubble, okay, Mirror Maiden, and Aramite. Okay, and the other one is Coral Defenders. So it's the Bishops. That's going to be interesting. I guess that's why they just had it to the first enemy. I do. At least it's tied to a character and it's not like an active field debuff. But you know what? If I remember correctly, I'm going to test something else here. I believe this is true. It's been a while. I'm pretty sure this is how this works. Oh, he has no energy. I believe you can cleanse slowing water by standing in Bennett's Burst. Because it removes the Hydro Aura. It says revive, so it's the bishops from the event. Yeah, it's the Enkanomiya ones. It's the Enkana. It's the... Oh, I actually need to, like, fight these people. It's the Enkanomiya bosses. Okay, so you see how her skill says 20 seconds? If I stand here... And I... Oh. They've changed it. I now just self-vaporize. Okay, we're leaving, because we don't need to... Not MiHoYo putting Event Bishop in the Abyss like Triple Magu. If anything, I feel like it's going to be easier, right? Because we already did it. We already did most of it. We didn't quite make it in the 10 minutes or whatever, the 15 minutes they allotted us. But I feel like we already did a much harder version that had like an 80% resistance to everything. Imagine they put Event Electro Oceanid. You're gonna have to get really good at dodging, Luigi. You're gonna have to get really good at dodging. Or you could just tank with Noelle. That's another possibility. You could just tank with Noelle. You know, the best part about Akamaru, and also I have Pyro Resonance right now, but the greatest thing about Akamaru just having insane attack percent, even though it's like an okay-ish weapon, is I'm at 2080 and I've got like no attack percentage. I've got a Sans, and I've got this 15% here, and this 4% here, and that's it. Everything else has defense percent, and I still have 2k attack. I don't do a lot of damage, especially not compared to Redhorn, even with a higher base attack. But when I hit the holdie... Oh, it didn't crit. I have all these, like, curved swords for Eula. And they all look kind of goofy when I have her C1 effect on, which makes me a little sad. This could have been really good. This could have been really good. EM roll and def roll going into crit, I could have almost entirely removed the need for Serpent Spine. Being at like 68 crit rate instead of 80 or 78 that I'm at now, if I had gotten up to like 20 or like 23 crit rate, that would have been huge. Being able to use a different weapon that's not Serpent Spine and keep a crit damage thing. With that in mind though, the new Strongbox is supposed to come in 4.0, right? So we still got a while. We've still at least 3.8, and if they do 3.9, 3.9. But the new Strongbox isn't supposed to be until 4.0, right? So I'll just save my... I guess I'll save artifacts until then. Because I will 100% just be Strongboxing Pale Flame. I know a lot of people... One patch, not fodder your 5 stars and save. Yeah. It's more of just, I don't ever consistently Strongbox anything. The things I Strongbox constantly change. There was even a period of time where I was Strongboxing Maiden Beloved for some reason. But... it's usually Thundering Fury or Bloodstained, so... I can just keep Strongboxing. Because I have all the tenacity pieces I'd ever need. I mean, I could maybe use some more HP if I wanted to HP stack, if I ever wanted to run Nilo, Layla, and Zhongli all on the same team or on 2 teams, which I don't think I ever will. Because Nilo is never going to be in a team with Zhongli or Layla, and Layla and Zhongli I don't think will ever be in a team because that's redundant. I'd rather just use Zhongli and Rosaria or Layla and Rosaria, and not use 2 shielders in one team. I used to think for the longest time, because I didn't realize that her normal 3 was actually 2 hits. I used to think that her normal 3 was her normal 4. But no, her normal 4 is the sweep up when she does that. But yeah. You know what the real Eula buff would be, though? It's not Mika. It's not even making Mika different than how he is. It's letting Eula pre-funnel. It's letting Eula pre-funnel. The fact that you can't pre-funnel her burst because she's one of 2 characters in the entire game whose burst clears after her animation and not before it is wild. It's crazy. There are a bunch of other weird things that Eula has. I think she's the only character with a broken death animation. So when she dies, she doesn't have a death animation like other characters. She just disappears. And, who's the other? I think it's Yai. I think it's Yai. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, this is... actually, I can test Yai. I just found something that I didn't realize this. Xiao can't get energy for the entirety of his burst. I don't think that's the exact same thing as what happens with Eula. I can test with the eye too. I think she has energy. They might have changed this, but as of that discussion, which happened on Sino's release, Xiao can't get energy, like, in his... apparently. He, like, can't... He can't... Well, maybe... I guess he can't, like, generate his own... energy. Yeah, so he has no energy. He has no energy generation for all of his burst. Kind of like Noelle, I guess. That's interesting. That's interesting. I think it's Yai. I think it's Yai. Yelan, I know pre-funnels. You can spam a skill, then burst though in pre-funnel. You can do that. Raiden I know does, Kazuha does, Venti does, I've seen it. Ganyu does, I've seen it, Ayaka does. I think it's Yai. I know Kokomi can. And I know Jin can. I know Jin can because I've seen it happen. And I know Yelan can because it's like every time I use her. So let's get her some energy back. Fischl generates a lot of energy, right? Okay, so what we're gonna do to test this is I'm gonna go fight Masanori. Who is actually, he's over here, isn't he? That was one of the reasons why Sackfrag Sucrose was so good in Xiao's teams for the longest time. Because you could just spam her skill. You could just like mash E on Sucrose, get all that energy for Xiao. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start Fischl. And then I'm just gonna use Yai's burst. I'm not gonna have her skill or anything like that happen. I'm just gonna use Fischl. Getting energy? Okay, yeah. And then... I mean, maybe. It's hard to tell. Maybe maybe Oz just wasn't generating enough energy. Let's beat him. Nope. Rip. Okay, well, I'm not dealing with that. I mean, I don't know. She might have been able to pre-funnel there. It was hard to tell. Am I out of HP? It's just, oh no, it's just not. It just took a while for it to load. He was like, beat who? You know what, Masanori? Thanks for reminding me that you're a great place to just unload on enemies. Thanks for reminding. And yes, I will keep Serpent Spine on Eula, and yes, that will bite me in the back. Yes. So you know what? You know what? We're keeping this. Who cares that Rosaria doesn't have any ER? Who cares that Bennett doesn't have any energy? He's gonna come back. I'm gonna talk to him and in about 1 minute, please plan your game time accordingly. Masanori, we gotta speed this up. We have approximately 60 seconds. We have approximately 60 seconds until the game shuts down. We have approximately 1 minute until the game decides that it's no longer gonna be a thing. He was like, who Omega Lol? He really was, though. Oh, he dodged out of the way. I gotta wait for him to get his muscles back, too. There it goes. Alright, Bennett, I really need your burst here. And bam! Oh, behind me, so it didn't hit. There we go. There we go. The classic 1-2. If Eula doesn't finish him, Raiden comes in. Anyway, I think the game's about to kick me out, so, before the game kicks me out, I'm gonna kick myself out. Cheeky little log out. I even pre-installed and everything. I did the whole thing. I pre-installed, did the whole thing, the whole 9 yards. In the end, it didn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. Dun. Okay, so let's go. I guess I'll go see if I can get some stuff. I'm probably gonna stop the stream now that Genshin has kicked me out. I'm actually gonna launch Genshin again just to see. Uh, servers are currently under maintenance. It's probably gonna tell me. I wonder if they have an estimated time of server workingness. Estimated time of completion. Oh, I got some. I upgraded some stuff in Destiny Child. We got some armor stones from like some promo stuff, some like advertising promo stuff. So we got some like effect stones, and I was able to reroll some of my S rank options. So I got some pretty good ones now. One L I did take, however, was I tried to get my debuff evade up because I had an S rank. I had a sub rank C debuff evade, but it was only 14% on my attacker gear. So I wanted to try and get that up to like maybe B or A or even S rank, and it just didn't happen. And what happens if I try to launch Genshin? Server maintenance from right now until 11. Okay, that's a long time. It's 5 hours. So let me just close Genshin. Let me set the audio to Star Rail. Also, I have Star Rail muted because I auto battle and I do other things while I'm auto battling, and I don't want to hear Star Rail. Sorry, Star Rail. I just really don't want to listen to you. I don't need to listen to Sela say, "Disappear amongst the sea of butterflies, illusions of the past," over and over again. Pom Pom is sad, probably because I've started his quest and I've neglected it for about 2 weeks now. But quite frankly, I don't care. Sorry, Pom Pom. Oh, right, I can't attack here. Aha! So, here is Sela. She has not changed at all. She's now level 70, and I've upgraded some of her traces. Other than that, she has not changed in any way, shape, or form. 80% or lower. Okay, yeah, yeah. This is Bronya. She also hasn't really changed at all. She's got lots of crit damage. She's got decent ER, just because I don't think I've actually upgraded her. Yeah, no. Oh no, this is maxed out. She's got a nice energy rope, and she's got some okay-ish gear. This is the main one. Nice big crit damage. And currently Natasha has stolen back her gear from Bailu, who was using it. Here's Chapard. He is out here. He is existing. Oh, and here's Pella with her 90% effect hit rate because I'm using the event cone, which I actually realized I hadn't refined until now. And also because I found this. I got this while grinding. And I was like, wow, it's got kind of garbage substats, but isn't that convenient? She's on 4 Musketeer. Because all she does is spam and use her ultimate. Asta, I've leveled up a little bit too. She's on Musketeer Thief. Xingqia, I want to make her good. I just haven't yet. I don't know why she's like this. Oh, it's because I don't have anything. I don't like have any good things for her, so she's using a random set. And then here's Luoka. He's on this because I had recommended gear and the game's filled this out. And he's on Cornucopia because it's the only abundance cone I have free. But he's here. I've leveled up his traces a little bit. Luoka heal crack. It really is though. I think the priority is talent, ultimate, skill. I'll check. But I've pretty much decided that I'm kind of canning Bailu and Natasha for now because I have Luoka now, so talent, skill, ultimate, yep. No, I said talent, ultimate, so it's talent, skill. I have Luoka. Is this too quiet? Let me know if it's too quiet. In the meantime though, I guess we're just gonna run around and like fight stuff for a little bit. I think low level Luoka no relic out heals Natasha built with max level relics. That's definitely possible. That's definitely possible. Also, what happened? Why is 7TV? Or are you just typing that in and I just haven't added it as a emote yet? Because I feel like I added those emotes and it's just not going through. I know people have like speedruns for like leveling by fighting characters, but quite frankly, I think that's a waste of time, in my professional opinion. I think that is an absolute waste of time. Also, thank you for letting me use her. I think it's a massive waste of time to run around the overworld fighting him. I'm saying I'm just used to saying Mike instead of bruh. Oh, okay. I'm just I'm just not. I don't think it's worth my time and effort to run around fighting enemies to get experience and level them up manually. That seems like an insane. Oh, the game I think crashed. Yep. That hasn't happened in a long time. Stable game. Stable game. Star Rail is a stable game that never has any problems. I say that in jest because Star Rail has crashed quite a bit for me. And also, Star Rail uses an insane amount of my RAM and my CPU. I guess those are kind of interconnected. It is insane the temperatures that I get playing Star Rail versus playing any other game. I don't understand what it is about Star Rail. It's just wild that it happens. I have no idea why. I honestly think it's because of the anti-aliasing. I think that, I mean, that's probably not the only reason, but I really think a big part of it is the anti-aliasing because, hello? Capture? There we go. Star Rail doesn't do, SMAA. They only do TAA and FXAA, so. But FXAA looks so bad. And I dislike TAA because it's a lot more resource intensive. Anyway. But no. These are all like random people. These are all random people. There are actually there are actual people on my friends list. Oh, Kawa. He added me back. Nice. But aside from you and Kawa, everyone else are just random people. They're just random people. The Clara used to be a Bailu that used to carry me through, the weekly battle for Picolia.
You'll pay for this.
And then they switched to Clara. But it's okay, because then I got Bailu and I actually like built Natasha. So now I use them if I ever need like a lot of physical. Because I don't have Susheng. Or I have her, I just haven't built her. I want to build her, but I look at her domain, like her artifact thing for boxing, and it's such a Papega, like, thing, because it's with Meteor Thief.
Luck of the draw. Please. And victory.
They're so bad. It's like how, right now all the wind artifacts that I want to use for Dan Heng and Bronya are like kind of just an L that I have to take because they run aside the ice artifacts, and I don't have Yancheng, and I'm not using Herda, and Pella doesn't use those artifacts anyway. And Japard, why would Japard use them? So it's kind of an L for me there. I'm kind of stopped in memory, or like the chasm, the memory thing, the mirror thing, whatever it is. Just because I just don't want to build characters. I really need to get people up to 70 or 80, and I'm just not doing it. And it's more of just like, partially it's just, what good is Xingqiu gonna do for me at level 80 if she still has garbage stats? So I feel like artifacts are more important. Which I don't understand that people saying that you shouldn't like farm artifacts until you get to like Trailblaze 60 or 65. That seems insane to me. Like how are you supposed to get to that point without grinding artifacts? I mean it's possible, it's just really annoying. Anyway, I don't think we have enough to level you. Oh, we have when did I get 90 of these? Oh, that's right. I ran this earlier. And then I also did the event. These you get from these guys. You should farm relics, get a good amount of farm, then farm traces, then go back to relics. Yeah, I think that's what I've been starting to do, because at least for my main team, I've got 2 shielders now, I've got a decent healer, and now I've got Luoka. I've got Bronya, and then I've got Sela. And Serval can do okay, Pella can do okay, and Xingqiu can do okay. So I feel like I should start leveling up on traces, which is why I've been focusing on leveling up Bronya's alt, and then leveling up Seal stuff. And then now working on Luoka's, because outside of Chasm, as long as I don't die, I can keep fighting forever. It doesn't matter how much damage I do. So, I do have a team I use for fun. Also, I haven't really done this quest at all. I have a team I use for fun. And I'm actually going to put Luoka in this one for fun. But this is my fun team that I use. It's got... Luoka's the only healer. I have no defender. And he also does not have good stats. But this is the team I use for fun. Because as long as I get the drop on him,
What a headache. I'll free you from your disappear.
Sela and Pella are pretty much enough to handle most things.
Enemy targets
And Asta's there to make sure it happens.
Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
It seems like it's really quiet. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me who it seems really quiet too. He does something.
Thanks for the
Oh,
support.
that's how that works. I did not look at any of his skills, if I'm being completely honest.
I'll end your misery. The combat report will be ready soon.
It's funny that he has a rosary though. Of course he has to have enemies that appear here. Of course it brought me here as well. It couldn't have brought me to like any other place, because I assume these are like basic enemies that they're talking about. Oh. Where did they drop by? Is it really the Mars truck? Entranced Ingenia. Oh. Well, maybe we'll try here. Oh, might as well. Not having more. Oh, these things. Well, not these things, but the other thing. Sure. Sure. Oh, a trotter.
Don't mess with me.
We're gonna go after the trotter.
Disappear among the
Always
sea
go
of
after the trotter.
butterflies. Illusions of the past.
And then...
I'll see you off.
Everything is where stars.
And then see if we can
Trailblazers, your blessing.
cheat them out of their turns. Nope. I was hoping I could cheat them out of their turns.
Who's next? Who invited you? Huh? Commencing support.
I don't even know what Luoka does. I'm really gonna have to look at what he does. I know he's got a thing on his burst. What do you do, my guy? I used you in the event and you were cool. Talent, or just 2 stacks, all stacks, void field. When the enemy is attacked. That is immediately restored. Field lasts for 2 turns. Attack. Abyss Flower. Let's finish that flow. And they triggered. Fly without skewing. Okay. Oh, I see. Removes 1 buff, deals imaginary damage, gains 1 stack of Abyss. Okay, I see. So it's mainly about using his skill to heal people and then set up a field. Okay, cool. But I like doing this. It's pretty easy. Pella goes in with a Death Shred. Then Sheila comes in and says, "You're done." Ah! It still says Genshin? Oh, it totally does. You're right. It totally does. We gotta change that. Coping with Luoka. Coping with Luoka. I don't like how they've changed the... Oops, I just typed in Genshin again. That's not right. Thank you, Ghosty. How are you? Now we're coping with Luoka. Oh, they all got the thing on. Bam, bam, bam. I'm good? That's good. Sure, this one. Why not? Sure, this one. Why not? Bam, bam, bam. And there we go. Nice. There are more of these guys. Can I fight any more of you? And any of you wanna... Actually, did I get anything to upgrade him? Did I get enough to upgrade any of his... Oh, nice, I did. Let's upgrade this. Is he any closer? Oh, I didn't even ascend him. Oops. That's kind of important. He hasn't been getting the tiny bits of experience that he could have been getting. Oh no. I didn't need to use 2 of those. I just realized that. I did not need to use 2 of those. Yeah. Actually, I probably should have brought Clara. Oh, right, I forgot. That's not how this works. Please don't hurt me. I forgot, they just spawn in. Let's just put this down. And then... Oh, she looks like she's doing good. Oh, nice. I've also found, too, I might have talked about this briefly before, one of the reasons why I want to use Qingsha is she's voiced by Bryn April. And I just like Bryn April. So that's a plus for me there. Also, that's the same reason why I want to use Pella. The fact that they're both good characters is a bonus. Pella is voiced by Xanthi Gwen. But the fact that they're both, like, good characters is a plus as well. Why does he laugh like that? He reminds me of somebody. He reminds me of a Fire Emblem character, I think. The ha ha ha. Nice. Again, I need 7 of these, right? 7 total. Okay. The look was a little bit slower that time. For whatever reason. Get this started. And then this. Bam bam! Okay. 3's enough, right? Nice. Yeah, that's enough skill points. We have Luoka. Nice. Do it one more time. I probably should be doing other things. It probably do more with it, but I'm gonna have to level them up anyway. I'm gonna have to get these resources again eventually. Are you down for a challenge? What kind of challenge? I'm actually not gonna... I will say though, I'll consider it. I'm actually not gonna stream for that much longer.
I'll see you off.
This was the tail end of me coping over having the Genshin times down wrong, but I'll definitely consider it in the future. I'll definitely consider it in the future. Never mind then.
You chose the wrong.
Yeah, this is what we'll do, and then we'll do this, and I'll see if I can be cheeky and skip their turns. Nope. Ooh, Luoka's not looking good. Luoka, you need to Luoka yourself. Luoka yourself. Luoka yourself.
The dead return.
There we go. There we go. Now it's Luokan time. Yes. Nice. Oh. Okay, yes. I want to see if I can... Okay, no. I was hoping that maybe I'd be able to speed up Xingqiu now. Okay, so we'll do this, and then we'll do... Oh, well, I didn't even need to. Cool. I don't know what triggers... Is that her Autoki? Autoki? Okay, one more. One more. It's a clean 30 per, we might as well. Bam, bam. Bam. Actually, I could just look. I can just... I always forget that this is a thing that exists. Details, talent. Technique, ultimate, skill, disc attack. Ataki. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that is Ataki.
Receive divinity.
Your assistance is timely. We've entered the
Buff.
storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
And then Meshi. Oh. That was very fast and convenient. And then we go... We need more of these. Oh. Oh, they're made from these things. I don't think I am... This is not the right menu for that. I don't even think there's a hotkey for that. No. What am I looking for? My brain has just stopped working. Assignments. Yeah, I am not currently on an expedition for those. I'm on an expedition for these, though. What's something I don't need? 812. 641. Okay, I do not need these. I do, however, probably want these. There we go. Ascend! Can we level him up, too? We can. Ascend! Oh, we need a lot to ascend him. We need a lot. In the meantime. Oh, now I need more of these. Hurt me. Actually. Oh, no, Okay. Okay, looks like that's what we're gonna be doing next. Looks like that's what we're gonna do next. But just like that, Luoka's at 60. He's almost there. Congratulations, Walker. I'm gonna need to get more abundance cones. This even has his face on it, right? Can I not inspect this? Yeah, that's him. I don't know how good it is, but it has his face on it. But it's not his, oh, that's not the right button. It's not his dedicated one either. Echoes of the Coffin. I think I'm gonna start... Well, actually, I don't know. We got characters coming out after Luoka, right? I was like, maybe I'll start pulling on his weapon banner now, too. Since getting another copy of Luoka isn't really something that I care about. His E1... I mean, 20% bonus attack? I don't know. It just doesn't seem that... I feel like I have so much attack float. Yeah, I don't know. It's not like Chapard. Doesn't Chapard have a pretty good one? Oh no, that's not that amazing. I felt like one of them had a really good one. I know Bronya's got some good ones later, right? Isn't this? Duration and damage boost. Oh yeah, her follow-up attack, I guess. I think the really nice one is this one, right? Yeah, 10% more damage. But that's not even a Eidolon. What's Seela's? What's your C2? Oh, speed boost, 15 energy, ultimate, target butterfly flurry, additional quantum damage, transfers. Oh no. Interesting. Philo. Hmm. This one seems nice, but it's very conditional. I think. Are you the only one I have? E6? Serval? Because you just keep showing up. No matter what I do, the game says Serval, Serval. Yeah, Hook's the second place. But it's Serval. I feel like I should use Serval, I just don't use her enough. Anyway. Now that Luoka... Alright. Alright. Richter Belmont. Alright, buddy. Now that Luoka is level 60, I think that's a great place to end the stream. I think that's a great place to end coping with Luoka. Hashtag coping with Luoka. Let's not get that trending. I'm sure that could be something that could easily go trending. Hashtag coping with Luoka. Yeah. So, there are a lot of... Actually, I'll open up the character screen. Looking at Luoka is more interesting than looking at the map, right? There are a lot of things that I could be doing. One of them is playing Hollow Knight. And I will continue to do that. But not today. Maybe tomorrow. In the meantime, I am... I guess just waiting. I do want to replay Seabed. I'm not going to play it on stream. I just want to play it again. I'm going to play that again on Steam for the achievements, I guess. I mean, I bought it on Steam. I might as well play it again on Steam. But at the same time I go, but it's so inconvenient to sit down at my computer and play Seabed. It's so much more convenient just to play on my Switch. And I could just set up, like, I have a turbo controller, so I could just set up a turbo controller and just mash through all the dialogue since there aren't any choices. And finish Seabed that way. Get my achievements that way. I could do that. But I want to play Seabed again. I just want to read it again. And getting the achievements is a nice bonus. Aside from that, I really wanted to, and I actually almost did this yesterday. Yesterday, I almost went out live on YouTube so I could play the first Danganronpa game, Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, the anniversary edition, because I have Decadence. I almost went live yesterday and started playing Danganronpa. I kind of do want to play Danganronpa 1, if nothing else, for the fact that I want to play Danganronpa 2 on stream. But a lot of Danganronpa 2 doesn't work if you haven't played the first game. Or there's not that doesn't work, but there are just some things that don't really make sense if you haven't played the first game, and there's going to be some weird things that aren't as interesting. Alternatively, I also really want to play V3 because I really like V3, but V3 makes even less sense if you haven't played the first two games. So it's kind of like, well, I guess I gotta play all three of them. And so I was debating playing Danganronpa 1 and just blasting through it because I know all the mysteries, I know all the class trials, I know who did everything. I might not remember the exact specifics of which truth bullets I'm supposed to use, but I know how they did everything and who did what. And so I was like, I just want to experience this again for the story and the wild ride that is Danganronpa 2, and especially Danganronpa 3. But mainly Danganronpa 2, because Nagito's just amazing in that game. And everything about that game is ridiculous. Not V3 kind of ridiculous, but ridiculous in its own way. And I love watching people's reactions to Danganronpa 2, because it's so weird. That kind of surprised me. I have the stream preview open in OBS, and that coffin appeared out of nowhere. There's a sudden flash on the screen, and that really surprised me. But with that being said, this is where I'm going to call the stream. So, thank you all for stopping on by for this stream that definitely was supposed to be something else, and then I realized that I had in fact been duped by the update times. And in fact, the servers are going to be down until about 11, so I've still got like 4.5 more hours before the game is even available for me to play. Which I guess means I cope and pull for Eula tomorrow, I guess. I guess I cope then. I don't know. I do not know. I thought it was going to be funny. I had a whole thing set up. I was going to do a whole thing, and then it was just like, nope. Actually, not here yet. So, with that being said, once again, thank you all for stopping by to watch whatever the stream turned into. It was originally just gonna be me with my pitiful amount of Primo gems spelling for Eula, not getting her, and then malding. And that didn't even happen, so I ran around, I guess. And I talked about how Eula still can't pre-funnel her burst. And then I guess I talked about leaks and upcoming stuff in Genshin, like new weapons and artifacts. And oh, you sent me another thing. You sent me this this pipe wrench thing. That's interesting. It looks funny. I thought it was a key for a second, and then I realized no, that's like a steampunk like pipe club. That looks really cool. That looks really... I think that's the part I'm most excited about for Fontaine. I'm ready for steampunk. I'm ready for all sorts of weird gears for no reason. Everything's like a weird, like, brown color. Everything's got bronze all over it. There's gears everywhere for no reason. I'm ready for that. I'm also ready to see whatever they're gonna do with the Hydro Archon, because what are they gonna do with her? Nobody knows. She's gonna be Kokomi. She's gonna be the healing of Kokomi with the damage of Yalan. I have no idea. I have no idea. Anyway, bye. Oh, it's muted. Is there something funny that we can play? For the outro? Is there something funny? Do I have something? Do I? Do I? Do I? Oh! I got something that could probably get me copyrighted. We can play that. I got something that'll probably get me copyrighted. But it's, there we go. YouTube's probably not gonna like this, but you know what? That's too bad. That's too bad. That sounds like a skill issue on YouTube's part. And also known as copyright and DMCA. Anyway, this is it. Bye.